I'm James Heaney, and this is Brief News Brief. Over the weekend, Fidel Castro has died. This is a moment the American government has been looking forward to for over 65 years. You might not realize this, but the CIA has been conducting warlike missions for nearly a century. I assume most of you guys are familiar with the Black Ops mission, in which we botched an assassination attempt against Fidel Castro. For a while, we thought Fidel was dead. But later it was revealed that we only shot his body double, and that bastard would ship us over to Dragovich, and we'd spend the next 2 years in a Russian gulag. Vorkuta! Shortly after the Bay of Pigs, the CIA would conduct Operation Mongoose. This was a secret program aimed at removing communists in power from Cuba. Now, everything kept escalating and escalating until October 1962, where this world was literally on the brink of total destruction from nuclear weapons. Government officials from both the left and the right have come out and condemned Fidel Castro, saying, "Good riddance to the old fool. I wish that son of a bitch would have died sooner." Now, there are a couple anomalies to this. President Obama's statement was, which the Kenyanese is roughly translated into English, quoting Obama as, "History will record and judge this enormous impact of this singular figure on the people and the world around him." But you're not going to hear that translation on Fox News. This also has an anomaly with Bernie Sanders, who's been completely dark since the death of Fidel. Not a single tweet has come out, but we know he has internet access because he's been tweeting about big corporations all weekend long. But not a peep tweet about Fidel. Newt Gingrich came out and said that Cuba is Bernie Sanders' exact fantasy come to life. Newt goes on to say that people like Sanders should volunteer to spend 6 months in a Cuban jail and see what they think about Castro then. Maybe Sanders should rent a room at Guantanamo Bay. Oh, wait a second. That's not a Cuban jail. That's an American jail on Cuban soil where detainees are held indefinitely without a trial. There's no 6-month volunteership there. The recount. Hillary Clinton has joined the effort started by Jill Stein to push for recounts in several key states. It's the equivalent of buying a pregnancy test, getting results you didn't want, going back to the dollar store, getting a second pregnancy test, knowing full well that no matter what the results are, your life's going to be a big mess either way. By continuing to question the results, they set in a glimmer of hope for those unable to come to terms with the new reality of a Trump presidential elect. Now that's the whole gang of #It'sNotMyPresident. Should the recount prove that there was an error in vote counts on election night, that could put us in a lot of turbulence. How could we peacefully transfer power at all? I suppose we just have to let Barack Obama have another 4 years while we try to sort out this inaccuracy. Well, it turns out that wasn't the reason we did the recount anyways. The major incentive for the recount campaign is to force post-election audits. States like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania already have audits. The Clinton team came out and said it is our strong belief that in addition to election canvasses, every state should do this basic audit to ensure accuracy and public confidence in the election. Kellyanne Conway came out with a rebuttal on Meet the Press saying, "Nuh-uh, nuh-uh, oh no you didn't." It's poll tally time. Let's look at some polls. First up, who's your favorite all-time comedy news host? It was close, but Jon Stewart won best. Stephen Colbert was beaten by a very small fraction. This goes to show that the two favorite comedy news hosts have retired, leaving a void in this post-election world. The good news is, I've spent my whole life filling holes, and I'm ready for this job. And our second one is, do you play Facebook games? 100% of votes cast said no, which is a damn lie. I know the truth. I get your Facebook messages asking for Candy Crush coins. This is exactly what happened in the election. People are too embarrassed to tell the truth about who they're going to vote for. And finally, who is scarier, Kim Jong-un or Vladimir Putin? Turns out Vladimir Putin is very much the scarier one. I knew it wasn't going to be Fidel Castro because I ain't afraid of no ghost. And for the new polls, first off, is the CIA Is the CIA good or evil? Secondly, could a recount really change the election results? And finally, what is the most historically accurate first-person shooter video game franchise? Is it Red Orchestra, Call of Duty, Battlefield, or Wolfenstein?